Hey everyone, Soundwave 8084 here in the comparison time review. In this comparison time review, we're going to take a look at AUTOBOT Jazz. This is the Jazz figure from the AUTOBOT 5-pack, which I've already reviewed. I'll leave a little link to it in this up here on the video. I'm just going to take a closer, more detailed look at the Jazz figure and compare it with the previous Studio Series 86 Jazz. I'll start off here in vehicle mode because that's the way I left them from my previous video when I reviewed the entire 5-pack set. So we're just going to look at the figure here. It comes with his weapon. You can peg it on up top of the vehicle mode if you want to store it that way. You don't have to use it there at all. Look at the vehicle. It's very nicely done. It's got the paint here on the sides. Baby blue for the windshield. Got the a little bit darker blue stripe here coming down with the red stripe down the middle. It's a thin red stripe. Got the AUTOBOT insignia right here in the front. Done more in the cartoon styling. It doesn't have the white trim, and it's a little bit wider than the what they do normally on the figures here. They got number 14 on the side, which it should just be this number 4. Turn the back side. See his feet coming around here. Again, baby blue with the slim red trim down the side. Silver painted hubcaps here on the wheels. Red paint here for the bumper. And we got the baby blue headlights here on the front of the vehicle. And we do get some black paint here on the sides of the spoilers. Yes, that is animation accurate. Along with a little black trim here on the top of the front windshield. So we'll go ahead and bring in the other Studio Series, we'll go ahead and bring in Studio Series 86 Jazz. I want to take a closer look here at the vehicle. You can see here that the red stripe is a lot thicker on your original Studio Series 86. Also here, the AUTOBOT insignia in the front. You can see what I was talking about. The white trim, more white. This is done more, like I said, in the cartoon. On the front of the car, you get a little bit of silver paint here on the bumper. You don't get the design here on the rear wheels, which is really weird in my opinion. Turn aside again, you get the number 14 on both. Silver hubcaps on both. You don't get the black trim on the spoiler, but you do get it here on the front windshield. And we'll just take a look at the back. You can see here more silver paint on the feet. This is more of a glossy gray. Put the vehicles down here. Now this is really a toss-up on what really tickles your fancy. Do you like the transparent windows or do you like the baby blue painted? Honestly, good transparent windows on figures, can make a figure look good. In my opinion, make it look quality. Whereas painting it all like this can make it quote unquote look cheap. Now you're going to get a little bit better quality of plastic when it's painted this way, as this can over time stress and crack more easily than what you're going to get here when it's all solid plastic instead of being translucent. Now what really bugs me about this, and it's not really a complaint, it's just something that I find funny, that the Studio Series 86 Jazz is supposed to be slavish to screen accuracy, but yet we do not get it screen accurate. We have silver paint on the front, which the Jazz does not have, and we don't get this design trim here on the back. As we know, this here is just plain white, whereas in the animation it actually has that look. And same with the black on the back spoiler. I don't understand why when it's supposed to be screen accurate, it's not fully screen accurate. It almost comes across that Hasbro knows deep down inside they're going to redo the figures again down the line, and to get you to buy the figure, they're going to make it even more screen accurate. They did that with Earthrise Cliff Jumper and Studio Series 86 Cup when they released them in the Studio Series, the Bumblebee, Buzzworthy Bumblebee line. They did them even more screen accurate. Now, Cliff Jumper was never Studio Series. He was Earthrise. Now, Cup was Studio Series 86, and they touched him up, got rid of the transparent plastic, and made him look even more like he did in the movie. With Cliff Jumper, they turned him into a Studio Series, where he's not really accurate to his actual look in the cartoon or movie. His chest needs to be reversed, but it's the best I guess they can do for it now, and maybe down the line they'll re-engineer another Cliff Jumper. That's just a complaint, or not really a complaint. It's just something I find interesting, or funny, I should say, about this. It's like they know they're going to redo these figures. What can we leave off the first run that we can add to the second run that will make people buy this figure again? Let's compare it with the animation model, where you can see he does have the black on the rear spoiler. He does not have the silver front bumper grill, and the grill is actually not correct anyway. He doesn't, no, it's not like that, it's different. And he actually has this design here on the rear of the vehicle. Comparing the weapons, they are exactly the same, of course, but the difference here is the Studio Series 86 leaves the white on the pegs. It only paints the actual gun here. Leaves the white here and the white here. Whereas the new one just leaves the white on the handle, but actually paints the little pegs here on the sides silver. And yes, it does support blast effects. Now let's transform Jazz into his robot mode. We're going to undo the car doors here on the side. We're going to lift this up from the back. Bring this up. It's going to untap here from the front. We're going to untap the arms. Or bring these up. Spin them out to the side. Come in here. We're going to bring the legs down. Bring his feet up. I'm going to turn these down. Untap his legs. Now on his knees here, there is a slot here, and he does have a tab here that you will find, and you'll tap that together. And that actually gives him his knees like that. Now you just want to work his wheels and arms to the back like this. I'm going to bring his head up through this little hole here. But first thing you got to do is this piece here folds down, goes here. Now you can bring his head. This whole piece rotates up and around. Bring that up. As you're doing that, this little silver piece here is going to form his abdomen. So we just want to bring that around. And as you bring this down, this right here is going to catch on these two tabs and go right in these slots right here. So let's bring this down. So we get that locked in. We're going to rotate his arms around. Back on the back part, we want to just unpeg that down. It works better if the doors are flat, straight down. Let's bring this down, folds it in, collapses inside. You can fold his doors inward like this, so it compacts like that. But a lot of shots show it sticking out to the side, which you can do that, and it gives them sort of an open door look. I actually prefer the folded in look. There you go, you've transformed Jazz. Just got to bring his, you just got to bring his hands out. Turn him at the bicep swivel, and you have transformed Jazz into his robot mode. Do a quick comparison with his G1 animation model. They say they do a pretty close job here with the figure. And a comparison with the previous Studio Series 86 Jazz. You can see the differences here in robot mode. We got the glossy gray plastic here versus the silver plastic here on this Jazz. We also have a darker blue. It's still like a light sky blue, but here we get more of a baby powder blue. So that is the difference there. Of course, the silver on the bumper here is not present on the new Jazz, and you get the difference in the logos. And the eye bands here are sort of reversed. You got a darker baby blue. It matches this really good, whereas this one's more of a pale baby blue eye band. This one here is a little bit more of that brighter baby blue. It looks really good though. I have no complaints. Both robot modes can really pass. They're acceptable. They're about the same. You can see the difference here as well, showing up from the vehicle mode. It's Jazz. It's a really good rendition of Jazz. I really like the robot mode. I think in vehicle mode, so if you could switch parts around, I think it'd be best. If you could remove these here and put these on this Jazz, I think with the transparent windows, he'll look best in vehicle mode. And I think he looks a little bit better in robot mode. I just think the straight white bumper here looks better. The Autobot insignia closer to the cartoon. I prefer his eye band color because it just pops a little bit more than that one does. Articulation on the figure, shoulders to there, 360 around this way. Get that bicep swivel, elbow bends, no wrist swivels. We do get a 360 waist swivel. It's got a good tightness there in the waist. Hips out to there. Kick forward. Kick back not as far. That's where you get your upper thigh swivels. Knee bends really far. The only problem I have here is this likes to come untabbed. And that's on both copies of the Jazz. So that really bugs me. You're trying to bend his knee and pose it. Eventually you'll get to the point where it'll just usually untab, at least for me. Ankle tilts for days. Head. Slide up, a slide down, and 360 all the way around. So that is your articulation here on Autobot Jazz from the Transformers Legacy United line. Bring in his brother. Final thoughts on this. I like the upgrade. Again, it's Jazz. I just wish some of the parts were done on this version here. And I don't understand why they can't just release a good version and just without changing just a few things up later down the road. Just put out a good version to begin with. Little things like this. If you're going for screen accuracy with the Studio Series line, then it should have included these in the black on the spoiler. That's just my opinion. Overall, if you have this Jazz, you really don't have to upgrade to this unless you just hate transparent plastic. And really, again, the set of 5 is mainly here for people to get a Earth mode Hound. And it's really bad that we have to spend $100+ to get that Hound. The set is still good for people who are just getting into collecting or missed out on a lot of the other figures. They can get a lot of the characters in one fell swoop, knowing that Sunstreaker and Trailbreaker were hard to acquire and going for a pretty penny on eBay and stuff. It's a good way to get those, plus an Earth mode Hound, and throwing in a new Wheeljack in the Jazz. And Wheeljack was a shelf warmer. Jazz was hanging around in Studio Series 86, just came back as well in the 2-packs at Walmart at Christmas time. So he's been on the shelves and online a lot at retail cost. Same for Wheeljack. Anyway, thanks for watching. Till the next ones. Peace out.